Welcome dear student and Jai Swaminarayan. Dear student, in this video we will discuss the measurement of the length. How we can measure the larger distance like a distance between the stars and the planets from the earth, and how we can measure the smaller distance like a size of the proton, size of the atom molecule, in which unit the distance is measured, larger how we can measure the larger distance as well as the smaller distance. And we also study in this video measurement of the mass and the measurement of the time. So dear student, we understand what are the different common methods to measure the distance, to measure the length, time and mass. What are the special unit of the length, time and the mass for the different measurement? So dear student, let us start with the measurement of the length. So dear student, we know that how we can measure the length of the any substance, right? Commonly we use a meter scale to measure the length of the substance. So meter can, what minimum length the meter scale can be measured, right? Meter scale can measure a minimum length of the 1 millimeter. So the minimum length can be measured by a meter scale is a 1 millimeter, or we can say that the 10 raised to minus 3 meter, right? And the minimum measurement that can be measured by the instrument is called the least count of the instrument. So here dear student, a meter scale is used to measure a length from 10 raised to minus 3 meter to 10 raised to 2 meter. So from 1 millimeter to the 100 meter, we can comfortably measure the length of the substance. Now, what about the beyond 100 meter? We cannot use the meter scale, or less than the 1 millimeter. How we can measure a distance less than the 1 millimeter, length less than the 1 millimeter? We cannot use a meter scale. So for that, a vernier calipers is the one type of the instrument to measure a smaller length. A vernier calipers is used to measuring a length up to the accuracy of a 10 raised to minus 4 meter, right? So from the vernier calipers we can measure a length up to 0.01 centimeter, or we can say that the 0.1 millimeter. We convert easily from centimeter to the millimeter, millimeter to the meter, right? That you know that. So a vernier calipers is used for the measuring a length up to the 10 raised to minus 4 meter, or we can say that the 0.01 centimeter. So dear student, here the least count of the vernier calipers is a 0.01 centimeter, or we can say that the 10 raised to minus 4 meter. So beyond this 10 raised to minus 4 meter, right, 0.001 centimeter, or we can say that 0.0001 centimeter, we cannot use the vernier calipers. So for that, a micrometer screw gauge and a spirometer is used to measure a length as less as the 10 raised to minus 5 meter, or we can say that the 0.01 centimeter. So a micrometer screw gauge and a spirometer can be used to measure a length up to a 10 raised to minus 5 meter. So dear student, let us see all the four instruments which is used to measure a length, right? A ruler scale, or we can say that the meter scale is used to measure a length up to the 1 millimeter. So you can say that the least count of the meter scale is a 1 millimeter. Second is a vernier calipers. A vernier calipers is used to measure a length up to the 0.1 millimeter, or we can say that the 10 raised to minus 4 meter. Screw gauge, right? This one is the screw gauge. It is used to measure a length up to the 0.01 millimeter, or we can say that 10 raised to minus 5 meter. and spirometer is used to measure a distance up to 0.001 millimeter, or we can say that the 10 raised to minus 6 meter. Dear student, this all the instrument you will use in the laboratory to measure a smaller distance, like a diameter of the thin wire, like a diameter of the sphere. We use the vernier calipers, micrometer, screw gauge. To measure the diameter of the thin glass plate, we use the spirometer. So dear student, this all the instrument you will see in the laboratory, right? So smaller distance, we can say that up to 10 raised to minus 3 100 meter to the 1 millimeter, we can use a meter scale. Beyond this 1 millimeter, 0.1 millimeter, we use a vernier calipers, right? Beyond this 0.1 millimeter up to 0.01 millimeter, we use the micrometer screw gauge, and spirometer is used to measure a distance up to 0.001 millimeter. But what about beyond this limit, beyond the 10 raised to minus 6 meter? How we can measure the distance beyond the 10 raised to minus 6 meter, like a diameter of the atoms, size of the protons, right? That we cannot use this vernier calipers, micrometer, screw gauge, or a spirometer. So we, how we can measure the diameter of the human hair, right? Which is less than a 0.001 millimeter. So for that purpose, we cannot use a vernier calipers, screw gauge, or a spirometer. So special techniques or special instrument which can measure a smaller distance is there. So let us see that measurement of the estimation of a very small distances, like a size of the molecules. So up to 10 raised to minus 6 meter, we use a micrometer screw gauge. But beyond 10 raised to minus 6 meter, we cannot use a spirometer or a vernier calipers or a meter scale, right? So for that, we use an optical microscope, can be used to measure the small particles in the range of the 400 angstrom to the 700 angstrom. Dear student, here the angstrom is the smaller unit of the length, and 1 angstrom is equal to 10 raised to minus 10 meter, right? So the particles which are very small in the range of a 4000 angstrom to the 7000 angstrom, that is the wavelength of the visible light, can be measured with the help of the optical microscope. So optical microscope is used to measure a very small particles, size of the very small particle which lies in the range of the 4000 angstrom to the 7000 angstrom, that is the wavelength of the visible light. So here dear student, angstrom is the unit of the length, right? And 1 angstrom, it is equal to 10 raised to minus 10 meter. But beyond this 400 nanometer to the 700 nanometer, or we can say that the 4000 angstrom to the 7000 angstrom, less than 4000 angstrom, we cannot use the optical microscope. So for that we use the electron microscope. In the electron microscope, electron is considered as a beam and controlled by the electric field and the magnetic field. So beyond this 4000 angstrom, the to measure the distance as low as the size of the molecules, the size of the proton, size of the electron, we cannot use the we cannot use the optical microscope. For that we use the electron microscope. In the electron microscope, the electron is behaves as a beam of light, and it is controlled by the electric and magnetic field. So dear student, with the help of the electron microscope, we measure a distance up to or size of the molecules up to 0.6 angstrom, right? So electron microscope are able to resolve atoms and the molecules. So dear student, understand how we can measure the smaller distance like size of the atom, size of the molecules, right? Diameter of the human hair. We can measure with the help of the optical microscope, right? And one special techniques or method which is used to measure the estimating the size of the molecules of a oleic acid. This method is known as the Avogadro method. Avogadro method for the measurement of the or estimate the size of the molecules. So dear student, let us understand the Avogadro method for the estimating the size of the molecules of oleic acid. Oleic acid is a soapy liquid with a large molecular size of a order of 10 raised to minus 9 meter. So here we take a oleic acid. Oleic acid is a soapy liquid with a large molecular size of a order of the 10 raised to minus 9 meter. The molecule size of the oleic acid is in order of a 10 raised to minus 9 meter. So how we can estimate the size of the molecules, right? The steps for determining a size of the molecules are as here. So first step is that dissolve a 1 centimeter cube of a oleic acid in a alcohol to make a solution of a 20 centimeter cube. So dear student, here take a 1 centimeter cube oleic acid and dissolve in a alcohol to make a solution of the 20 centimeter cube. Now take a 1 centimeter cube of the above solution and dilute it to the 20 centimeter cube using alcohol. So further we take a 1 centimeter cube from the solution and dilute it in a alcohol to make a volume of the 20 centimeter cube. Now the concentration of the oleic acid in the solution will be a 1 divided by 20 into 20 centimeter cube of the oleic acid per centimeter cubes of the solution. So what will be the concentration? How we can calculate the concentration? You can study in the chemistry also. So concentration of the solution is a 1 divided by 20 into 20 centimeter cube, right? Now sprinkle a lycopodium powder on the surface of the water in a throw and put 1 drop of above solution, right? Some sprinkle some lycopodium powder on the surface of the water and put a 1 drop of the solution of a concentration 1 divided by 20 into 20 centimeter cube. The oleic acid in the solution will spread over a water in the circular molecular thick film, right? Similarly, when we put a drop of ink on a paper, the drop of ink will be spread out in a circular thin thick film. Similarly here, the drop, when we place a drop of oleic acid in the solution or in the lycopodium powder, it will spread over the water in a circular molecular thick film and measure the diameter of the above circular film using the below calculation. Now measure the diameter of the circular film, and from the calculation we can easily calculate the size of the molecule, or we can say that the diameter of the molecule or the thickness of the molecule. So dear student, let us see how we can calculate the thickness of the in the if the n number of drop of the solution in the water, V is the volume of the each drop, T is the thickness of the film, and A is the area of the circular film. So now if we consider the n drop of the solution, so total volume of the n drop of the solution is a n into V centimeter cube. Now amount of the oleic acid in this solution is, right, concentration is 1 divided by 20 into 20 into total volume of the solution NV into 1 divided by 20 into 20 centimeter cube. Now from this we calculate the volume of the film, right, and the area of the film from the circular diameter. So the thickness of the film is equal to volume of the film divided by area of the film. So here volume we get NV divided by 20 into 20. So NV divided by 20 into 20 into area A centimeter. So this way we can calculate the thickness of the film, and the thickness of the film is equal to the size of the molecule of the oleic acid. So dear student, understand how we can estimate the size of the molecules. So now, after measuring a very small length, it's a turn to measure a larger distance. So how we can measure the larger distance? The large distances can be measured with the help of the parallax method, right? So parallax method is used to measure the very large distance, like a distance between the earth and the planet, distance between the sun and the planet, distance between the two sun, diameter of the planet. This all the large distances can be measured with the help of the parallax method. So dear student, first of all, what do you mean by the parallax? Parallax is the displacement or the difference in the apparent position of the object view along the two different line of sight, and is measured by the angle or a semi angle of the inclination between these two lines, right? So dear student, when we see any object from the two different positions, there will be some change in the apparent position, and the apparent difference in the apparent position of the object view from these two different positions is known as the parallax. So dear student, parallax is nothing but the apparent position difference between the apparent position of the object view along the two different directions, and it is measured by the angle or a semi angle. So distance between the two viewpoint is called the basic. So let us see this figure. If we place an object like a pen here, right, and in the other side of the object we place a three different background. So when the object is view from a point A at this point, right, the background appearing is a green color, right? In front of the pen is on the background green color. But if you view from the point B, right, the background appear as a red. So this difference between the two apparent position or the angle between these two direction of the apparent position is called the parallax. So dear student, parallax is nothing but the angle between the two different direction of the view, right? So let us see that how this parallax method is used to measure the large distance, like a distance from the sun and the planet, distance from the earth and the planet, right? So measuring the distance of the planet using a parallax method. So parallax method is used to determine the distance between the earth and the planet. Suppose we considering the earth here, like, and the two diametrically point on the earth is A and B, right? So planet is S. Here S is the planet which we observe from the 2 point A and B. So here the planet S is observed from the two diametrically points A and B from the earth. Here the distance between A and B is the diameter of the earth. So here we consider point A and point B are a two different position, or we get a two different position. From that we view a planet S, right? So here the 2 point A and B are the two diametrically point on the earth, right? And from that we observe the planet S. So we get the two different direction, right? First direction is the AS and second direction is the BS, and the angle between these two different direction theta is called the parallax angle. It is called the parallax angle, right? So now as the angle subtended at the planet S for the two different direction AS and BS, theta is called the parallax angle. And as the planet is very far from the earth, right? The angle theta is very small. It is a less than 1 degree, less than 10 degree, less than 5 degree. This angle, as the distance is very large, the angle theta is very small. And for that, this diameter AB we consider as a arc. And this distance between the planet and the diametrically point is considered as the radius. So by the definition of the angle, angle is equal to arc divided by radius. But as the planet is very far from the earth, we take a AB is the arc and AS or BS is a radius, right? So according to this, we get the angle theta is equal to B, that is the diameter of the earth, divided by capital D. So if you know the angle between the two parallax direction, angle between these two direction, we can easily calculate the distance of the planet from the earth, because here B is the diameter of the earth and theta is the parallax angle. So if we know the parallax angle between the two different direction, we can easily calculate the distance from earth to the planet with the help of the formula theta is equal to B divided by D. Or if you know the distance between the two planets, we can easily calculate the diameter of the planet with the same formula. So dear student, understand how we can measure the large distance with the help of the parallax method. So here dear student, the range of the length is a very wide, right? The range of the length may vary from the size of the nucleus about a 10 raised to minus 14 meter, or we can say that the size of the proton is about a 10 raised to minus 15 meter of the teeny nucleus of an atom to the size of the order of the 10 raised to 26 meter, that of the observable universe, right? So the range of the length is a very wide, up to the 10 raised to minus 14 meter to the 10 raised to 26 meter. So let us study the some unit of the length which will helpful to measure the larger distance as well as helpful to measure a smaller distance. So first unit of the length is a 1 Fermi meter. 1 Fermi meter, it is equal to 10 raised to minus 15 meter. The size of the nucleons is about a 10 raised to minus 15 meter, and 10 raised to minus 15 meter is called the Fermi meter. So the proton and neutron in the nucleus together are called the fermions because of this, right? So 1 Fermi meter is equal to 10 raised to minus 15. 1 angstrom. Angstrom is also a unit of the length, and 1 angstrom is equal to 10 raised to minus 10 meter, right? Another unit of the length for a large distance is a 1 astronomical unit, 1 AU. 1 astronomical unit, that is the average distance of the sun from the earth. The average distance between the sun and earth is called the 1 astronomical unit, and 1 astronomical unit is a 1.496 into 10 raised to 11 meter. Approximately we can say that 1.5 into 10 raised to 11 meter. Another unit of the length is a 1 light year. 1 light year, it is the distance traveled by the light with the speed of the light 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second in a 1 year. So 1 light year is the unit of the distance, right? 1 light year is the unit of the larger distance. And what is the 1 light year? 1 light year is the distance that the light travels in a 1 year, right, with the speed 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. And another larger unit of the length is a 1 parsec. 1 parsec, it is equal to 3.08 into 10 raised to 16 meter, or we can say that 3.26 light year, right? So what is the 1 parsec? The distance at which the average radius of Earth's orbit subtends an angle of a 1 arc second. So the 1 parsec is the distance at which the average radius of the earth orbit. So that we can say that the one distance of the one astronomical unit subtend an angle of a 1 arc second, or we can say that the 1 second. So dear student, understand this all the unit of the distance, right? Smaller distance and the larger distance. This range of the length, range and order of the length is given in your textbook also in a table content, like a size of the proton for only information. This table is only for the information, like a size of the proton is about a 10 raised to minus 15 meter, size of the atomic nucleus is about a 10 raised to minus 40 meter, size of the hydrogen atom 10 raised to minus 10 meter, wavelength of the light is in the order of the 10 raised to minus 7 meter. So like same distance of the Pluto from the sun is about a 10 raised to 30 meter. So all the range of the length from 10 raised to minus 15 meter to the observable universe like a 10 raised to 26 meter. But this table is only for the information, right? No need to remember this table. So dear student, understand the how we can measure the length, smaller length as well as the larger length.